You are welcome to my channel. A young lady helped an elderly woman. It unlocked a great future. Emma Harper was like many young women trying to make her way in the big city. She worked as a junior graphic designer at a small firm in downtown Chicago. Life wasn't glamorous. She rented a modest studio apartment, took the train to work, and lived paycheck to paycheck. But Emma had something many people had lost: a warm heart and a soft spot for helping others. One chilly Thursday morning, Emma rushed out of the train station, balancing her tote bag, a hot coffee, and her phone. Just outside the station, she noticed an elderly woman struggling to lift 2 heavy bags of groceries. The woman's coat flapped in the wind, and her gloved hands trembled as she tried to readjust her grip. Without hesitation, Emma hurried over. "Hi there. Let me help you with those," she said kindly. The woman looked startled for a moment, then smiled with a sigh of relief. "Thank you, dear. I didn't think anyone would stop." Emma carried the groceries all the way to a bench nearby, and even helped hail a cab for the woman. As they waited, they talked. Her name was Mrs. Eleanor Thompson, and she lived alone in an old brownstone not far away. "You have a good heart," Mrs. Thompson said, her voice gentle and wise. Then she added something peculiar. "If you ever find yourself in a place where you feel lost, where help seems far away, just whisper, 'Hope's light,' to anyone wearing a silver locket with a small crystal. They'll help you, I promise." Emma chuckled lightly, unsure whether the woman was being poetic or serious. "That's sweet. Is it a code or something?" Mrs. Thompson only smiled, patted Emma's hand, and climbed into the cab. 6 months later, Emma's life unraveled faster than she ever imagined. The graphic design company she worked for suddenly shut down. Rent piled up. Freelance gigs were few and barely paid. Her savings dried out. One stormy evening, with her apartment lease expired and no job in sight, Emma sat in a diner, nursing a cheap cup of coffee. She had 2 bags beside her. The bags had everything she owned. Tears blurred her vision as she stared blankly out the window. That's when she saw him, a tall man in a tailored coat, walking with purpose. Around his neck hung a silver locket, just barely visible against his dark sweater. Her heart skipped. Could it be? Emma wondered to herself. Desperate and exhausted, she stood up and followed him outside. "Excuse me," she called out, her voice shaky. The man turned, surprised. Emma swallowed her fear. "Hope's light," she whispered. His expression changed. He looked her over with the softest eyes. "Follow me," he said gently. A secret unveiled. The man introduced himself as Alexander Wynne. He was a philanthropist and owner of a startup incubator. He took her to a nearby center that looked like an upscale office, but felt like home. Warm lights, friendly faces, shelves of books and pantry items, people chatting softly. Emma learned that this wasn't just charity. It was a movement, a community, a secret network of individuals, connected by a simple purpose: to help those who had once helped others. Mrs. Thompson had been one of the founders. Years ago, she had nearly lost her home until someone helped her. She promised to keep the chain going, and she did, by forming Hope's Light with others like her. Those who wore the silver lockets weren't just volunteers. They were part of a quiet legacy of kindness. People from all walks of life, business owners, teachers, artists, lawyers dedicated to lifting others up. Emma was given a place to stay, not a shelter, but a private room in one of the network's safe houses. They gave her space, meals, and support. One of the women there connected Emma to a non-profit looking for a creative designer, a new purpose. Within weeks, Emma's life turned around. She landed a job with the non-profit, designing impactful campaigns that helped raise funds for education and food programs. It was meaningful work, and she was good at it. She moved into a small but cozy apartment again. More importantly, she stayed connected to Hope's Light. She met others who had whispered the phrase in moments of despair, and those who had answered the call. She saw the ripple effect of one act of kindness. One night, at a community gathering, Alexander gave her a small black box. Inside was a silver locket with a small crystal. "You're part of the circle now," he said. "It's your turn." Months passed. One cold December evening, Emma exited a bookstore and noticed a young man sitting on the sidewalk. He was soaked from the rain, clutching a backpack. Something in his eyes reminded her of herself, not the person she was now, but who she had been. She knelt beside him and offered a soft smile. "Need help?" she asked. His voice cracked. "I don't know where else to go." She opened her coat slightly, letting the locket glint under the streetlight. "Then listen closely," she said. "Whisper these words, 'Hope's Light.'" The man stared at her, confused, but something in her expression told him to trust her. He whispered it, and just like that, the cycle continued. The stranger's promise is a testament to the unseen power of kindness. how a small act can spiral into a movement. It reminds us that we all have the power to be someone's light in the dark. Sometimes, the simplest words and the quietest hearts carry the most powerful promises. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe so as to be notified about our new stories that will warm your heart, open your mind, and keep your faith in humanity alive. Remember, kindness matters, and positivity is powerful. See you in the next video.